Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to this. Great to see John Higgins back in his best form.
Well, Ding looking a little perplexed. You better get used to it, because the safety play of Higgins yesterday in both of his matches was hugely impressive.
Yeah, it was a masterclass by the Wizard. Being for more of the same today, you can bet on that. Yeah, that red in the open there's just causing Ding a few problems here. He'd like to rest on the edge of the pack, obviously, but it's not on, so he's looking like going 4 cushions, side bulk, side and side again. But this is a brand new cloth, bed and cushions, so it'll be slidey, I would imagine, especially in the early part of the match. Not easy to judge. That's the slide I was talking about, and it slid off the second cushion and gone low of the red.
Foul. And miss. John Higgins 4.
Well, the cue ball is being replaced. Ding took a minute and a half, you saw, to play the original shot. I think this one will be much more decisive. He's made his mind up now.
Yeah, the fact the red's over right corner means John can play for black. Nice and straight on it, drop it in, good chance.
1.
This type of shot with a new cloth is a tad easier. Won't be playing this with any pace. Tendency to just slip in off the knuckle, even if he overcuts it, but straight in the heart of the pocket.
Yes, the table fitters at professional tournaments work really hard, and the person responsible for this one was toiling away into the wee small hours. What we saw yesterday, it's as if someone has found a time capsule and taken us back 10 or 15 years when he was like this all the time. Ruthless, relentless.
23.
Yes, in this form, it's not just the technique which is up there with anyone in the history of the game, it's the shot selection so impressive. He never ever plays the wrong shot. Always gives himself options. Get 3 reds, maybe 4 here to play with before thinking about going into the pack.
31.
Just a fabulous snooker mind he has.
Two.
I think this time John will be playing into the excuse me, the cluster of reds. Can't play a holding shot. Nice little half ball cannon on the pink with a bit of screw just to hold it as well. Oh, beautiful shot.
Yes, everything about that split was perfect, even to the point of one red going close to a side cushion, which to a certain extent alleviates the pressure, because Higgins knows that a clearance from Ding would be quite tough. Nothing spectacular, just right on the button. Well, he finished off last night with 143 total clearance to complete a 6-4 victory over Judd Trump, starting in similar vein today.
54.
Yeah, the 2 reds together at the pink spot. Obviously the top one won't pass the left corner, so he might have to forced into leaving himself a kind of mid-distance red, the one on the left side. Either that or risk a cannon. He's playing the screw into the pink. He'll be using a bit of pace here. He wants to disturb. Once again, perfect shot choice.
61.
Almost to the point of winning the frame in one visit.
He's not on the red here, I
72.
think. Just overscrewed it. Indication of how well the table's playing. So reactive.
John Higgins, 72. First
Ding's not getting up. He needed 3 snookers. He thought it was a lost cause. A very solid start from John Higgins, who leads 1-0.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the opening semi-final. John Higgins has taken the opening frame, and this is now the second.
And in keeping with the title of the tournament, we've got 2 multiple champions involved in our first semi-final. And John Higgins has made a cracking start.
Decent length of cue ball. Don't think he's interested in the pot here. Just cue ball in the black cushion.
As you might expect, they've met on many previous occasions. Ding leads 10-8 in total career meetings, and even more importantly than that, he's won their last 5 encounters.
Six. Seven.
That was brilliant. He caught the pink flush on.
12.
More evidence this reactive cloth this afternoon. Played for blue or pink off that. Still nice in the green though. Not straightforward to drop in a red. You'll be playing into an area where you can hopefully leave a choice of at least a couple of reds, but even that's not easy. It's no problem playing for the two reds right hand side of the table, but players want something a bit more security than those two. He doesn't want to play another rest shot, so he's playing a good choice of shot. That didn't play for any one red, just played into an area, as I said.
16.
It'd have been difficult not to be in one.
Seventeen. Twenty-four. 25.
This really is Ding's real estate. In and around the black spot, few are any better. So precise when it comes to position. Knows all of the nuances.
33.
And that's why he builds big breaks time and again.
Yeah, I think Ding can get the red in the middle of the three, but he'd maybe have to play it with a little bit left-hand side. So deciding the one with the rest, not the kind of shot these players like to play. They worry about a kick in this type of shot. There's this little black off the spot. Wonder if we can get a close-up just as he plays a little soft cannon on the red. You'll see when he delivers the cue, that little piece before the match started, you'll see the tip on the bed of the table as he goes through it. That wasn't a deep screw actually, that one. Not quite the same, just a stun cannon.
48. 49.
Like shell and peas, isn't it?
56. 57. 64. 65.
This has been
72.
on the end of a piece of string, the whole break.
73.
Fabulous response.
Indeed, and an indication of what's to come.
80. $81.
You'd think there'd come a point at times when these top players, you'd maybe get bored potting balls, but they love it, they enjoy it. That's part of being a top player, that's what you have to do.
88.
I often think if some of the old players from the 50s and 60s could come back and see the standard now, they wouldn't believe it. They would not believe it.
Yeah, you'd think it was a
95.
pool table.
$102. 103.
This is the 431st time he's made a century in professional competition, Ding. And he still hasn't celebrated his 30th birthday.
110. 113. 117.
Yeah, this has been Zen-like stuff from the Chinese master. What a match we have in our hands today.
$128.
Total clearance, total brilliance. 1-1.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions tournament from Coventry. It is the opening semi-final featuring John Higgins and Ding Junhui. Ding has just levelled the match, having taken the second frame. This is now the third. Commentary from Alan McManus and Phil Yates.
Having drawn level, Ding re-energised, and he drew level in spectacular fashion with 135 total clearance. But that is a poor break off. He needs cover with the green, and I don't think it's been achieved.
Something else I've noticed this first three frames, the break-off shot with the table being covered overnight has completely changed the outcome of it. All week long there's been a red bean going behind the black spot. First three frames it's not happened yet. Just a small point, but something to look out for. We'll be looking out for that as the match goes on. Just breaking differently. That red coming up over the middle pocket. More evidence of that.
Seven.
Another clever little shot there. John would love to be able to play the red that's just next to the pink. Good thing about it is he can maybe play for it and be on one of the other two loose ones as well. So it's just key where the pink gets respotted here. If he's on that red, he's played for a choice of 2 or 3. Find out.
13.
Don't think so. Can he get the pink?
Well, the pink flies in. There's no doubt about that.
That is another fantastic shot. It looks like nothing, but play a little soft screw off the other red just to push it into open play. A little soft screw back for the loose red below the cue ball. Always thinking.
John just said to the referee there, Micah Kessler, there's a hair on the ball. I think it's one of mine. It must be grey.
See how clever he is. See, just push that other red away and it's now in play. Hopefully from John's perspective the pink will still go. It looks a bit tighter that time, doesn't it? John would be within his rights to have the pink respotted again. He can ask the referee. It's obviously not been spotted in the exact same place as it was a couple of shots ago.
There's Micah Kessler, works in a bank in southern Germany.
He's having to earn his corn here, isn't he? This contribution only at 21. It's been hard work, but he's getting there. Oh, needs a bounce here. And he's got it. I think he's just about on the red.
26.
Be tight though. I think he just needed another inch or two pace out the cue ball to be absolutely perfect. At least he has nothing to do with the cue ball. Finish top side of the blue. Just again, shot selection imperious.
Two. $33.
This is so good from both. Total attention in the crowd, it's almost hypnotic.
40.
It is, and the wizard has the cue ball under his spell.
41.
Medium pace screw into the pack. No need to go full bore on it. Just push them into play.
48. $49.
I'll tell you what, Paul, the table fitter, will be quietly purring backstage because this table is playing beautifully.
54. $55. $61. $62. $68.
Ding's now broken off twice out of the first 3 frames, and in those 2 frames where he's broken off, I think he's had 3 shots.
69.
This is all off that mistake. Bringing the red up the table.
$76. $77. $83.
This is the very definition of one visit snooker. Ding had 1 shot in that frame. Higgins did the rest to regain the lead at 2-1.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the semi-final between John Higgins and Ding Junhui. Higgins has just taken the 3rd frame to restore his lead. This is now the 4th.
The last time these two played, it was the quarter-final of the International Championship just a couple of weeks ago. Higgins led 2-0 and then Ding rattled off 6 frames in succession.
I think I mentioned last night about John Higgins in this kind of form. This is the kind of table situation where when he gets you in a vice-like grip, he just doesn't let go. Just see the next few shots, what Ding's faced with. Absolutely welded. This is risky. Safety. Avoid the red left of the table and behind it. Oh, good effort. Just caught it, just glanced it. Say it was risky.
One.
Well, that's the last thing that Ding wanted, to leave a plant. Well sorted out.
Yellow ball.
Very speculative, of course, that shot. That's why the cue ball's where it is. Oh, and this is
John Higgins, one.
maximum strife because the reds are everywhere. Very few hiding places.
He's playing one cushion, hopefully hit the red full ball, get the cue ball running through onto the black cushion. Has he got a double kiss? In a fashion, it's not done an awful lot of damage. One red to right middle. John will play it because he can play it as a half shot to nothing. Chance of being on brown or yellow.
One.
Immediate contact with the second red there would have been manna from heaven for Higgins. As it was just a glancing blow.
Yeah, just trying to pick the optimum spot he can find on the baulk cushion.
Yellow ball.
Just the fact that there's no reds on the black cushion here, it's difficult for John to put Ding in masses of trouble. I
John
don't
Higgins,
think Ding will
one.
be getting a return to baulk, but he'll certainly lay the white on the black cushion, as I say. A little containing shot. No worries about the double kiss. The pot's not straight enough. The red will win the race on the way back. This time he does have a return. But similar to a shot he played earlier, there's risk attached to it. Anything thick or thin, he'd be catching something on the way back. Does come a point though where Ding's going to have to take these risks, because at the moment he's chasing shadows.
Through ball plant, cue ball close to the bottom cushion. All good.
Ding Junhui, 1.
Now that might have seemed slightly clumsy, but trying to get the cue ball directly in behind a ball colour like that on a table of this speed is much more difficult than you would imagine.
Yeah, totally, Phil. He's actually been unfortunate. The red and the black spot, John can play a regular safety, just has to miss the yellow on the way back. Be trying to slip in between yellow and green. Maybe did play it in the thick side. And Ding coming round. I think this red will go. A little grimace from John. He'll expect Ding to knock this in.
And everything taken into consideration, that was a very nice kiss for the Chinese number 1.
Six. 7.
Ding hasn't lost to Higgins at any match for 32 months. His last defeat by the Scot, March 2013. When Higgins was inspirational in a 5-0 win in the World Open. Since then, Higgins has suffered quite a lot of punishment at the hands of Ding.
13.
That's not the best shot. That was risky. Had to be very precise there. Still expect him to pot this, but it's a half-blind pocket.
Well, you saw from the graphic a few moments ago that Ding has not missed a ball. I thought that one was in danger of doing so, but it just flopped in off the near jaw. Pot success rate 100%, and he's 2-1 behind.
It's a tough school. Yeah, John's struggling. He's only at 98%.
Well, it has to be remembered that yesterday in his 2 matches, in beating Sean Murphy, Higgins achieved 95% pot success rate. Against Trump, it was 97.
29. Six. Seven. $39. 40.
When we talk about that 100% pot success rate, right now for Ding,
5.
that means he spotted 51 of 51.
Six.
And this is the last hope for John Higgins. This is the only shot that can go wrong for Ding. John's going to get back into the frame. That should be good enough.
52.
Just one look was all it took. The pattern continues.
There's a phrase in my mind, Alan, when an immovable object meets an irresistible force, something's got to give. No sign yet who will give in this match, though.
66. 67. 72. 73.
'It's just mesmerising. The standard.
80.
Incredible.
82. 85.
'Between them, that was the 111th ball they've attempted to pot. They've knocked in 110.
94. 100.
Supreme, sustained, superb snooker. It's 2-2.
As the players head for the break, the match is perfect.
6 frames gone, a possible 5 left, and no one would bet against this one going the distance, the way things have progressed thus far. Ding 3, Higgins 3.
Might play this cushion first, but if he plays it direct, there's no risk of the double kiss. The red will win the race. Good shot that from John now. Feel certain Ding will be having a go at the red. It is risk attached to it if he plays for pink or black. Sweet as a nut.
Alan, could I borrow a couple of superlatives because I've run out? Just so much quality snooker in this match.
Yeah, the impressive thing about that shot was I don't even think he thought about what he was leaving, he just fancied it. Never touched the sides. It's clever as well. He knew he was leaving a cut back, but
8.
shouldn't be a problem. Probably play for a baulk colour, it just helps the pot this time. Holding for the blue would be risky.
9. Fourteen. 15. 21. 22. 27. 28.
'This next little shot is an important one. If he plays for the red nearest the bottom cushion, he'd love to be as straight as he can on it, because the black that follows it, he has to get just low and push a few reds into play. That's the key to this frame, and that looks to the inch.
Thirty-five.
Ball spotted there, underlining just how close this match is. But Ding, as he takes the edge in ball spotted, looks like taking the edge in the contest
43.
as a whole.
Coming round to check either the bottom red goes, or is it a plant to left corner. This shot will tell us. depending the angle he has in the black. So well, something must go because he can't disturb them
24.
from there.
$51. $52.
I think he'd like to play for the little plant, the 2-ball plant, but unless it's an absolute certainty, he won't play for it. That's clever. Push that other red out the way. If it's just offset,
59.
which it looks to be. Ah, he can't miss that. Nothing to do with the cue ball either. Oh, that's a bad one.
60.
Should still pot the black. Just seemed to play it with a lot of pace. Strange way to play it. Just a dead stun and he'd have been nice on the pink. Don't expect him to miss this, but it shouldn't. It should have been a lot easier than this.
$67. $68.
So that was frame ball. Now really just a question of whether Ding can make his 3rd century of the match and 4th of the tournament.
76.
Just look at his cue ball control, Ding. No more
83.
than 18 inches away from his next shot.
84.
On a string.
91. 92.
Can't make the highest break of the tournament. John Higgins put together a 1-4-3 last night.
99.
But there's the hat-trick of centuries.
$107. 108.
And bear in mind, this could be second total clearance of the match, because in the second frame, he put together
115.
a run of 135.
117. 120. 124.
With the time difference, this is prime time back in the People's Republic of China. And what they're watching here will make them proud.
$135.
Ding deadly again. And back in front again at 4-3.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the opening semi-final between John Higgins and Ding Junhui. Throughout, there has never been more than a frame separating these two, and after 8, they are all level as we pick up the action in the 9th.
It started out as best of 11, a race to 6. Now it's distilled to best of 3.
Yeah. Foul. Junhui 7.
Well, the 7 points given away, a minor irritation for Higgins. More so, the fact he missed the red. That was the real hurt.
There's a bit of a hush going round the Ricoh Arena. This is a huge frame. Whoever takes it, be big favourite to go on and complete the victory. You just get the sense that both players know the importance of it. Not taking too many risks. Couple of times already, maybe taking something on but refusing it. Will Ding take this one on? It looks like he's going to be tempted because can't really play safe off the red. Oh, sweet.
When he potted the red, I wasn't quite sure whether the cue ball would respond enough, but it bounced sufficiently. And now he's in.
Oh, that's a bad shot. Sorry, Phil. I was going to say black going up onto the brown spot is disaster.
He doesn't give a lot away, Ding, but he just seems to me a little bit nervous. A little bit tense. He wants this badly. That's the only explanation for the way he played the safety shot on the pink in the previous frame, and for that one as well.
Yeah, and amazingly, the pink spot was free.
9.
just overcooked. Top side of the blue. Does go to the corner though.
Fourteen. Yeah. 15.
And this time he's got the angle, so big shot coming up. And it's a nice little shape. The top of the pack there, a little something that you can hit square on. Hopefully hold the cue ball there and just push everything open.
There is a gap between the two reds closest to the top left-hand pocket for another one to go. There it is. Well, that was a fluke. That was not intended at all. And Ding counting his lucky stars.
Eight. 29. 34. 35.
Yeah, he was wasting no time there, Ding, and getting rid of the reds to open the black up into both corners. Now that he's done that, expect him to win the frame.
Two. 43.
Simmering in his chair after that fluke.
Yeah, this black's awkward. I think if I was playing it, I'd be holding the spot. Looks like he's playing the little screw though. Oh yeah. Well cued.
50.
You saw there Ding's pot success rate
51.
deep into frame 9 at 97%. I think marginally, I have to say, I think he's been just marginally the better.
Yeah, overall he's been the better. He's just been stronger. Made less
56.
mistakes, missed a couple less balls than John. He's hitting
57.
John with a barrage of breaks.
63. 64.
'Frame pretty much won. Can Ding go on to make his 4th century of the match?
72.
And of course it's conceivable he could make 4 centuries and lose. Players making 3 centuries in a best of 9 and losing. That's happened.
78. 79. 86. 87. 94. 95.
4 centuries from Ding. Wonderful.
Ding Junhui 102 and the frame.
And what's more, Ding is back in front. He had a fluke early on, very fortunate, but he made the most of it. 5-4 to China's number 1.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the opening semi-final. We are into the closing stages of a tight and competitive match. Ding Junhui has just taken the lead against John Higgins and is now 1 frame away from a place in the final. Ding is at the table building on a break. Commentary comes from Alan McManus and Phil Yates.
5.
The blue tantalisingly travelled a couple of inches too far for him. But he just keeps digging out the pots.
Yeah, that was first class.
7.
Confident as well. Didn't even think about it. Just went down, knocked it in.
8.
Who's next?
It's important he concentrates here, Ding. This has to be, make this as difficult as he can. No, that is poor. He's not even snookered John. If he'd snookered John there, he was in all sorts of trouble.
Funny one, this. Ding has spotted 70 balls in this frame, and yet he's only 27 ahead, and now on the back foot.
Can he get through to the blue? I think he can. And he's shaping up to take it on. These are never easy, cueing diagonally across the cushion like this, but if it goes in, you'd expect to be on one of the three reds. Oh, that's a beautiful little rub off the knuckle.
6. Seven.
So what magic does the wizard have left up his sizable sleeves?
Thirteen. John Higgins, 13.
It's so tense out there.
Can't tell you how critical it is that John gets the next red here, because the 3 loose reds and 3 pinks would be enough for Ding to leave John needing snookers without having to tackle the difficult one on the right side of the table. So the scoreboard is an issue. Really does need this badly. Oh, fabulous shot from John Higgins. He's right back in it now.
And you can trace all of this directly back to that very loose attempt to get the snooker in behind the brown from Ding, which was at any level a poor shot, let alone at the very highest level.
Yeah, just another point to make here. Oh, he doesn't want to be straight in the pink, because if he can get nice on the next red, he's got a guaranteed angle on the black to develop that last red. Can he just squeeze a little angle out of this? Or is he having to play the black? He's got a little... So big shot coming up. The only one thing is he's not guaranteed. He's coming round to look at the angle on the black. I say just the wrong side of the pink there for comfort. And this will take good cueing.
John Higgins, 14.
Didn't cue that one too badly. Just wobbled and refused to drop.
foul. Miss John Higgins 7.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ding wasn't a million miles away there from leaving a free ball. No one saw that one coming.
I think he's taking this on here, John. This'll take some potting because he's playing it with pace. Oh, unbelievable shot. What sort of angle does he have in the black? Just the wrong side of straight. So it's going to have to be pink. 2 cushions across and across. Drop in behind the red. Yeah, didn't quite get the side on it. And he's had a big bounce off the second cushion.
7. John Higgins 7.
That's a tide turner. Potentially, at least.
Yeah, not only is he snookered here, Ding, and playing it, he'd be playing it with pace, liable to leave a free ball should he miss it. Well, he's playing to rest in behind it. Little smile from John Higgins. He's thinking, how's he hit that on that side of it, not left, mate? Don't blame him. Yeah, he's playing it down this way because the other way he feels like he can't avoid a cannon on the black. I didn't see that one coming, must admit.
1.
Well, he had to get the rest out of the way so quickly there.
Terrific pot, good cue ball. Big shot coming up.
Checking and rechecking the scoreboard. The green would leave Ding requiring a snooker. Refusing to succumb.
Great character.
13.
He's shown it's not been pretty this frame, but that doesn't matter.
John Higgins, 13 in the frame.
This is going to be a 6-5 special. But who will get the hit? Will it be John Higgins or Ding Junhui?
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions, the semi-final between Higgins and Ding. It is all level after 10 frames, and this is now the decider, the 11th and final frame.
That was a lovely handshake between the two just before we come back on air. Both having a little smile at one another. I always enjoy that.
If you're looking for clues, how about this? 3 times in the past, these two have gone to a decider. On all 3 occasions, that man has lost. Ding beat him 4-3 Welsh Open 2012, 4-3 in a European Tour event the same year, 5-4 quarterfinals of the China Open last year.
If you ever needed any clues to why John Higgins has picked up so many titles in his career, that one shot tells you why. Sparkling red.
Six.
At the start of last season, Higgins won the Australian Goldfields Open and the International Championship. Then he had 12 months when he was well below his best. But winning the Evergrande China Championship in Guangzhou last week has seen all the old confidence flow back.
Twenty.
Now, which way does John see this as far as attacking that pack of reds? The best way, if you could put the cue ball anywhere with your hand, which obviously you can't, would be from yellow or brown. But will he decide to go up that far? No, staying on the pink. Pink will obviously go at the back of the pack, and there's one more loose red. Quite deliberately leaving it just high as well. So you can either play for black or deep screw for blue, which should promote a couple more reds into the open.
27.
Only one of them, but at least he's just about top side of the blue.
John Higgins 28.
Just caught it a fraction too thick.
Yeah, he was paying so much attention to the cue ball, he just took his eye fractionally off the pot.
That's one thing we haven't seen a great deal of this afternoon. Ding's pot success rate, 96. Well, he spied the plant, but there was no position associated with it, much to the relief of Higgins.
Yeah, a little puff of the cheeks there by John. The chair. I don't think he knew anything about the plant, as we didn't. He's actually in a bit of trouble here, Ding Junhui. Looking at cue ball near somewhere around the yellow pocket. I think that red would still be cuttable.
Blue ball.
Yeah. It may well be that he's deciding to take the blue on. He's almost out of other options.
Ding Junhui 1.
I don't think John would risk holding for pink or black. Not sure if pink's on. Probably play it the safe way back up for blue or bulk colour.
1.
He's just one good shot away here from making it a frame winning chance. Cue ball's going to be travelling 2 cushions, stun round for the red to left corner. Oh, he's hit this good. Okay, he's a little bit close to the cushion for comfort, but in his own mind, this will be close to being match ball. Those 4 reds on the black cushion are not a problem, not an issue. Plenty available. The lead at 39. No, this is a dream position here. The pink, after this red going up onto the blue spot, will do him a favour as well. I think this is done and dusted.
Ding has scored over 100 more points. He's made the 4 highest breaks of the match. He's got a better pot success rate. Better pot success rate from distance. His safety stats are superior. So too when he's using the rest. Everything, apart from one very important statistic. The number of frames won at the end of the match. And it looks like John is going to pip him on that one.
Yeah, my apologies, I thought the pink wouldn't go on its own spot. It doesn't make a great deal of difference. The only way this can go wrong is if he lands low in the next red, so straight or high. You can see he just made sure of being high, so red colour. And it looks like John Higgins
27.
will be in tomorrow's final, the champion of champions.
$28.
$62 in front, 59 on.
35.
Higgins would love just one more red to feel more safe and secure. And there's Denise. Delighted. Well done, Denise. Hard watching, eh?
$41. John Higgins.
Ding has contributed to what was a classic. But the winner and through to the Champion of Champions final is the resurgent John Higgins. He wins by 6 frames to 5. What a treat.